to AllAroundAudrey. Today I'm here with my dad.
Hello.
And today Audrey tries to change a tire. I feel like this is like a life skills 101 that everyone should know, and especially if you have your own car. But you know, we just never got around to it. So today is the day that Audrey tries to change a tire. Let's go. Okay, so how this is gonna work is Dad is going to teach me how to change the tire. We're gonna pretend this is the popped one right here. And this is just the practice round. And then we're gonna do the real round where I'm driving along and I have to pull over and do it all by myself. I hope the car isn't heavy. I hope I don't have to lift the car up. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So I think we're just gonna find the tire first, and I think it's in the back.
Okay, real fast, while Audrey is finding her spare tire, a couple things to note before you get to the tire. So if you're driving on the road and the tire pops, pull over and get in a safe area. So off the side of the road, or maybe in a parking lot, or whatever it needs to be. Just be away from traffic so that when you change the tire, you're not standing or sitting in traffic and could harm yourself. Second thing that you need to do is we need to make sure that from a safety standpoint, we set everything up correctly. So first thing we're gonna wanna do is turn our hazards on. Audrey, do you know where the hazard button is on your car? Yep, that. And that'll turn the hazards on. It's all right, it still turns them on. That helps indicate that you are
it's
in
blinking,
need of help.
look.
So when you do that,
help, help,
help.
You know
So
what?
the front and the back should be flashing.
They should change colors. So instead of orange, like a normal light, they should be like purple.
All right, the second thing you need to do, Audrey closed the door because she doesn't know what to do, is try to get on as flat as an area as possible so that the car doesn't want to roll on you, but you're also going to want to set the emergency brake. Why am I getting in the car? Audrey, set your emergency brake. So Audrey's a little bit different. It's just a button.
Which one is it though?
That one right there. Okay, it was electronic. It just said it right there. That way, if you're changing the tire, you jack up the car doesn't want to roll if there's a problem with the transmission or anything like that. So, okay, so those are the first two steps. Let's go change her tire.
Ew, okay, so the back is like really crummy. Don't even zoom in on that.
She needs to vacuum her car out.
So, I think it's under here, right?
Hazards on. I don't know, let's see.
Wow! It's a new world underneath my car.
A whole new hidden space. All right, here's a pro tip. Ready for your pro tip?
Ready.
Underneath the car, you'll see, you have to come down here, look. There are certain spots that you want to put the jack on. You'll see right here it's reinforced with a piece of metal. That's where you're going to want to have this part of the jack lay on there.
Are you kidding me? This is too much work.
Every tire has that piece of metal on the frame. That's just a stronger piece of the frame so that it doesn't buckle, or you don't put it on the door, or you don't accidentally put it on a gas line or something like that. Okay, that's pro tip 1. Here's pro tip 2.
Yeah, what if you're doing this on the freeway? You can't like lay down.
That's what I say, pull over to a safe spot. Okay, pro tip 2 is your lug nuts are going to be on pretty tight.
What are they?
These are called these are called lug nuts.
Lug nuts? Who named these things?
You have 5 lug nuts on every tire.
Do some people not?
Some people have hubcaps, so you may have to pull the hubcap off.
Oh my goodness.
And then get to the lug nuts, because
aren't you all glad for your first car?
Now they're going to be
So
on tight,
excited.
so if you jack your car up in the air and then try to loosen the lug nuts, you're going to rock your car. And so it could fall off the jack. So always loosen the lug nuts on the ground first, then jack the car up and then take them off all the way. Don't take them off all the way, just loosen them. So this is how you loosen them.
Oh no.
Okay.
Don't step on my car.
You see how it's tight? I can't move it very well, so I got to stand on it. And then it spun. Because see, if I try to do it here, there's not that much leverage, and it is tight. But if I stand on it, I can use my weight to just loosen it. And do that with all 5. Okay, so now that they're loose, we're gonna come back to the jack. And here's pro tip.
Jack.
Pro tip
and
number.
Come back.
Pro tip number 3 is raise the jack as much as you can before you have to stick it underneath the car, because it's kind of a little awkward. They didn't make these to be like super easy to use.
Why?
I don't know, because they're compact.
You know what should happen? When I become president, I'm gonna make it a thing where if you want to change your tire, you press a button and it just pops off and a new one just comes down from the top and then you get a new tire.
That's when you become president?
That's when I become president.
So now...
Oh look, my tire popped. There's a little.
Okay, so how you use your particular wrench, because I can't turn it by hand, you stick it in like that.
Me? Oh my gosh.
And then now when I turn it,
I think they just made this as complicated as possible.
Your car's starting to raise. Okay, take the jack off. Pro tip number 4, 5. Take the handle off the jack so it's not sticking out so that you trip over it. You don't want to trip over it.
Yeah, you don't want to be even more embarrassed than you already are to do this.
And now you put the wrench back on and they're loose already. So now we don't have to rock the car because we already made them loose. And we'll just spin them off. And we'll come back. Okay, now we'll take this last.
That took, what are those called? The lug
nuts.
Lug nuts.
Okay, so all 5 lug nuts are off. Set them off to the side so you don't kick them out into the street.
Oh boy, what if you did?
Well, like you'd like move over here and all of a sudden they kicked them out into the traffic and now you can't get to them.
So then you can't even get your tire on.
Okay, now your tire should just come right off.
My tire. Oh my gosh, it's like your car looks like without anything. Oh, that's
okay.
Spooky. So this is how your car moves, guys. I've never seen that before.
You don't know what this is? This is your brake. So here's the caliper. Your brake pads are right there. This is the rotor. And so what happens is when you press on your brake, that squeezes that, which puts it on there and slows you down. Pretty cool. Okay.
Fun facts with David.
Fun facts. All right, so now we're gonna put our spare on.
Oh my gosh, it's so skinny. It like shrunk in size. Like, okay. Look at this one and then look at this one.
Pro tip, I put my foot on the bottom of the tire so that it hugs it against the back of the car. And
you're tightening the lug nuts.
The lug nuts. And at this point, I'm just hand tightening them. Again, because if I start to really tighten them hard, the car will move. Now you come back here to your tool and we're gonna lower it back down. So now I just take this, twist it down. And we'll be back. All right, jack is off, move it off to the side. And now we're just gonna tighten these. So you first kind of do it by hand and do it in a star pattern. And the reason why you do it in a star pattern is because as you tighten one, it loosens it kind of, or presses it against the back of the, we'll just call it the rotor for you guys. Yeah. And we don't want to put uneven pressure on the lug nuts. We want to kind of have even pressure all the way across so that, again, when you go to brake, it brakes it evenly for you. I'm just going to make them a little tight here. I don't want to make them super tight because I don't want to over tighten, because if you over tighten and break off the lug nut,
oh gosh,
that's a bad thing. But you do want them tight because you do not want them coming off, because if they come off, your tire comes off. And then you'll take your regular tire, put it in the trunk of the car with the jack and take it to your local service station and get it fixed.
Okay, now it's on to my turn, and I hope I remember all these steps. All right, we're driving.
Okay, we got it all hooked up with the spare tire. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna let Audrey change the tire back off the spare to the regular tire. So we're gonna pretend that she gets a flat tire on the spare and she's gonna put the regular tire on.
Ooh.
Let's see how well she follows all the steps.
There's so many like steps that I don't know if I remember them all.
And pro tips, and this is something great to do just so you know. So if you've never changed a tire before, have somebody with you that has and practice, because you never know when a tire is going to blow out and you don't want to have to change a tire for the very first time by yourself. So find somebody that you know that knows how to change the tire, or go down to your local service station. They'll be happy to help you change your tire, because you never know. It could either A, save your life, or 2, save your day, because it's never fun being stranded.
Okay, so I'm driving.
Let's pull over up there. Oh, Audrey just got a flat
I
tire.
got a flat tire! Ah!
Okay.
This is stress! Should I move up a little bit more?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Okay, she's pulled off onto a safe area, which is good. What's the first step, Audrey?
Okay, put your car in park.
Yes, put your car in park.
I'm gonna turn off my car just because I wanna.
Okay.
Then.
Turn your hazards on.
And then.
And put your brake on. Nice.
Then we're getting out of the car. Okay, the tire's out. We're gonna hit the road jack. It's already raised.
Kind of.
Can I just stick it under like this?
Was that the next step?
Well, it's supposed to be flat. Someone who put this together last time didn't stick it back where it was supposed to. Oh boy. This is gonna be a struggle. I know they're supposed to attach like...
Somebody didn't pay attention.
I was paying attention! I think it's supposed to go like this. Stop.
This is why you don't want to change the tire for the first time by yourself. Because if you don't know how to do it,
Look.
it could be a mess.
Look. Okay, I need just a tiny bit of a hint.
Okay, tiny bit of a hint. This does have nothing to do with the tool. It's this end, and then the hook goes in
Oh,
that.
I knew that.
Yeah. So you were about 30% there. And what are you doing?
I'm loosening it
How far?
till it's flat.
No, don't flatten it. Just don't put it all the way down.
Okay.
Because it doesn't need to be all the way down. You just gotta put it under
Why
your car.
is this so
You're gonna have to put it under your car and raise it all
obnoxious?
back up.
Thing one is really loud. Okay. Why is this so like? Oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Audrey, why are you lowering it?
Because I'm supposed to.
You're gonna have to just raise it when you put it under the car. It was already almost there.
Oh my
So
goodness.
that's okay.
Okay. So
Show everybody how to raise it back up.
come over here.
And where are you putting it at? Under the car?
Yeah. You're putting it on the metal piece.
Okay. So once you raise it back up, then I'll show everybody where you're putting it. Because you lowered it all the way down.
Are you kidding me? Okay. They stick it back in. Okay.
Alright, you putting it on the right spot?
Yep.
Alright, let's see you raise it.
Raise the roof. This is great content
Getting
everyone wants
closer.
to see.
You think you're strong enough to be able to turn it by hand like that?
No.
Okay, stop. You forgot pro tip. What was one of the pro tips? It has something to do with
The Ludwigs.
the lug nuts.
Oh.
Lug wigs.
Loosen
You
them.
have your own terminology. Okay, what do?
You want to loosen them?
Why do you want to loosen them before you raise it?
I don't remember.
So the car doesn't rock and fall off the jack.
Yes. So.
Because if the car falls off the jack without the tire on it, it'll slam down on that brake and break it. Okay, she's got all the lug nuts loosened.
Ludwigs.
And the lug wigs. Now she's gonna raise the car up off the ground.
But I don't know how you did that.
You gotta just keep turning it until it raises.
We did it.
We did it. Okay, pro tip, put the jack away so you don't trip on it. Remember? There you go. Okay. Loosen the
Ludwigs.
lug wigs. Take
Isn't
them
that
all the
like
way
an
off.
actual name or of something?
I don't know, but it's not the name of that. That's a lug nut.
Oh, in the shape of a starfish.
Well, loosening it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Okay, now you see how the tire's coming out? Pro tip would be is put your foot against the tire so it doesn't rub against the lug nut and it makes it easier to take off. Okay, now the tire comes off. You're gonna get your hands dirty. Okay.
I'm strong.
The spare tire is about 1/3 of the weight of your regular tire.
Okay.
Just imagine what a truck tire would feel like.
This one's gonna have to be rolled. Oh. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, truck tire. That's why I don't have a truck.
Let's see if you raise it up high enough. All right.
Kind
Line
of.
them up and stick it on. Kind of. Yeah, high enough? It looks like you might need to raise it a little higher. Okay, you got it up a little higher. Let's see if you can lift the tire on. You gotta lift it on to the... You can do it, Audrey.
I can't do it.
You can do it. You're all by yourself, you're stranded. You gotta be able to change the tire.
I'm walking home.
You're walking home. You can do it. You just gotta get it onto the post there.
I can't do it.
You can do it. Come on, muscles.
I don't have muscles.
You just gotta line them on and get it on.
They're all lined up different.
You can do it, Audrey. Did you get it?
I don't know, did I?
Let's see. Oh, you did. Get the lug nuts and put on it. Don't let it fall back off.
No, no, don't.
Okay, now it's a matter of just tightening those. Now, real quick, how far do you tighten them?
Not too far.
You hand tighten them to where they're all hand tight, and then you'll lower the vehicle and make it even tighter.
Starfish shape?
When it gets tight, you do starfish. Okay, did you get them all on?
Yes.
Okay, they're all on, they're all in tight, so the car's not moving, the wheel's not moving.
I think it's time to lower the jack.
Okay, lower the jack, and we'll get it down on the ground. What's the last couple of steps?
Then you have to tighten them even more.
Tighten them more, yep. That way they don't come spinning off. And then we get to put it away. All right, so
Finally.
lower the car, and we'll see if you did it.
Now it's time to tighten them even more in a star pattern.
No, you don't use that other piece.
Ready? Is this ready? No, that's lefty. Hey,
There you go.
how do you know when it's tight enough?
Because it's really snug.
What if I don't know though, because I'm weak?
And why do you do it in a star pattern?
Because they become loose.
So it tightens it evenly on the tire. When it's all said and done, put all the tools back. And Audrey?
And moral of the story is, if your tire pops, you better have some snacks and a water. It's gonna take a long time to change it.
What about your hands?
And some hand sanitizer. This is really gross. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Audrey tries changing a tire. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and comment down below some more life skills you think I should learn, because I don't really know that many life skills, so I need to try lots of things. And remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Click the button so you're notified every time I post a new video. And you guys know what time it is. We're in